Hello and welcome to another The Reasons I'm Broke Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. I'm Daniel. I'm one of the hosts on the Reasons I'm Broke podcast. You can also find us on YouTube for the various unboxings we've done here. But we are going to go ahead and jump into some more online matches as usual. I did buy 2 Plasma Storm packs, which will open at the very end of the matches. And I do want to direct you real quick to our Nerd Up Media website. If you go to nerdupmedia.com, you can check out some of the other shows we have on the network, such as the Lazy Gaming Guys. They do Let's Plays right here on YouTube. The Read Pile, which do comic book video reviews, and also Those Two Jerks, another podcast as part of nerdupmedia.com. Our first opponent is Junior Hunter, and looks like we do start off with a Litwick. Professor's Letter, we can evolve with the Evo Soda next turn, and they have a Fire deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and feed Little Litwick. Let's go ahead and do the Great Ball. Do we get a basic? Yes, we do. We do have a Gengar. We can go ahead and put him down. We'll do the Professor's Letter, get some more energies to feed our guys with. There we go. It looks like that's pretty much all we can do this turn since we did go first, so we'll end it. Let's see what they're trying to build here. We've got the Turbo Energize, so they can immediately go into some of the attacks, the Intensify and Burn with the Turbo Engine. They're building up their Litleo, which prevents the Gengar EX from attacking it, which is why we're trying to get up to Chandelier, which we'll hopefully eventually get with the Evo Soda. Maybe we'll get it next turn, and then Rare Candy up. Who knows? But they do end up doing the Turbo Energize, so they're going to go ahead and put 2 more energy cards. They went all Litleo on that one, so they're building up their bench. So let's draw 3. We do get the Rock Art. I want to save that. Let's go ahead and evolve the Lampent here. Put it right on there. Let's go and get that Charon right back with Versus Seeker, and we can do the Night March and actually start attacking. So let's go ahead and do that since we are going to be facing up against the evolved form of Litleo. So even with the Intensify and Burn, those two still do 60 damage to themselves. The double colorless on Lampent, and then we are going to do the Curse Drop, and we're going to put all 3 onto the Litleo. It brings it down to 40, which I'm assuming next turn they're going to go ahead and evolve. If we have any luck, we can evolve this into Chandelier, put him out, and there it is. So there's the Pyroar. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from our basic Pokemon. So that would be the Gengar EX that we have down here. So at this point, since I am attacking the bench, I'm pretty much forcing him to either retreat the Victini back or to actually start attacking us with something else, with the Victini itself. And it looks like that is going to be what they do. They're going to retreat. How much can they do? The Scorching Fang does 60, 70, 80, 90 when they discard, which they did not end up doing. We do get the Chandelier here. What did they play? Okay, so they played the N. That kind of works out for us. But if, it's going to knock out on Lampent, and that's not going to be good for our Chandelier, which will bring out the Gengar, and we can't attack with that. There's that Seismitoad that people at my Pokemon League, they're all complaining about this guy. That Quaking Punch, I cannot play any item cards during my next turn with the 30 damage. So there it is, 80 damage. That knocks us out, unfortunately, so we couldn't bring out that Chandelier. They do take 60 damage, but that does us no good because we can't actually do anything with the Gengar EX. So let's go ahead and do a Professor's Letter, get 2 more energy cards. And I'm going to go ahead and Pokemon Fan Club, and we're going to get another little Litwick. Oh, crap, I forgot to get 2. It's no big deal. Alright, so we put down Gengar, put down Litwick. And let's go ahead and feed that same Litwick with, let's see, what do we want to do? A regular energy card. And that'll end our turn. So we could try to knock it out with the Chandelier next turn if we can get the double colors. Oh, there it is. The Litwick right back out. Unfortunately, that's too bad. So they're going to knock that out because they know we can't actually do anything with our Gengars down here. You don't see the Pyroar being played as often as you used to. It's still a great card with that Intimidating Main ability. It really prevents a lot of people who do use Pokemon EXs to actually attack the Pyroars. So there goes Little Litwick, unfortunately. They get their prize. And I guess we'll just put out one of these Gengars. Tierno up. We do get the Mega. Gengar still doesn't do us any good. But we can't start attacking the bench at least. Prevent all damages. Can we actually do anything with that Night Attack? Like I want to say we can't, but I mean, I'll give it a shot. Oh, it works. Cool, because we're actually placing damage counters instead of attacking with Dark Corridor. That's why that works. So that's where these Gengar, these Ghost Pokemon actually come in handy, because we can't actually do those things where you're dropping damage counters. It is technically attack, but you're just placing damage counters, so it's not a result of an attack, and that's why we can't actually hurt the Pyroar. So I wish I'd known that earlier. I would have done that much sooner. So in the Toxic Laser, and we are awake, thankfully. We are poisoned, of course, but if we get a double colorless, or if we get the Stadium card, we can actually retreat, heal that damage, and we'll be fine. There's the end. Will they play it? Yes, they do. Alright, so fresh set of hand. Okay, so we get a Chandelier. We do get that rare candy again. We just need another little Litwick, and hopefully they can't knock it out again with their Lysanders. They put down the Charizard EX. They're going to attack our Gengar for 50 damage with a Quaking Punch, so we actually cannot play any item. Oh, no, wait, what do they use? Quaking Punch. Can't play any item cards from his or her hand during his or her turn. Okay, so we can actually still use the Charons. We just can't use the rare candies. Alright, so now we can actually damage this Pokemon. We're going to heal. We got lucky with the Stadium card, so 60 damage. They're poisoned. We'll bring out the other Gengar. We're healed from the poisoning, and they're down to 110. If we can get a special energy, that'll really help us out, because then we can retreat for free and put out Gengar again for the Dark Corridor attack. So what do they get? They get a tail, so they only get to draw 4. Another laser, so they're going to go for it, and they're going to try to put us to sleep, which this time it does work. Hopefully we'll wake up at the end of the turn. Should be another Quaking Punch coming our way. And they do build up that Charizard, which can do Wing Attack for 60, or the Combustion Blast for 150. So there it is, 50 damage to our Gengar. Do we wake up? We do not, unfortunately. Alright, so what can we do instead? So we're going to go ahead and draw 3. We can't play any other item cards. And we are not awake, so I'm going to hold off. I would feed this Pokemon, but it's down to 110, and it's not guaranteed that we can actually do anything next turn. So let's go ahead and end our turn. Do we wake up? We don't still. And we do take the damage from the poisoning, so we're down to 100. They've got 4 prizes. We've still got 5. And slowly they are building up their Charizard. We still don't have a Litwick, and we won't be able to play any kind of rare candies because of that Quaking Punch attack. So Victini just attached that item card that is exclusive to the Victini. Basically, if this card is attached to Victini EX, it can use its attacks regardless of the amounts of energies or the types of energies that are actually attached to it. Cool, so we do get another Litwick. That, hopefully they don't have another Lysander. We're going to draw another 3. We still can't draw any item cards. So I am going to, we still don't wake up. That's too bad. I'm going to go ahead and feed the Litwick and end our turn. That's all we can do. We're still not awake. Yep. Just nothing but tails. It's not working out for us. Otherwise, I would have gone ahead, retreated, put him back out, and done another 60 damage, which at this point he would have been knocked out. So that's too bad. We just didn't get lucky with the flips. And if we can just build up this Litwick, we've only got 1 left in the deck, so I don't want to see this little guy go out. 20 cards left in our deck, so there's not much we can draw at this point. And Gengar will be ready to go. We do have the rare candy. We still won't be able to evolve it. That's the only thing. We don't have another Lampent. That one is in our discard pile. So we really have to get rid of this Seismitoad so it stops preventing us. Oh, they do it for us. Cool. So they end up retreating for the Charizard EX. And let's see what kind of attack they will do. They do the 60 damage. It looks like that will be for the knockout, especially with our poisoning. And they get 2 prizes. So let's go ahead and put out the Gengar EX. We're going to poison that Charizard next, but not before we actually evolve Litwick into Chandelier. So there it is, and let's go ahead and feed that Litwick as well right after we get some more energy cards. There it is. What else can we get? Great Ball. No Pokemon in this top 7. Let's draw 3. Another Litwick. Another rare candy we can use next turn. We can't use it this time, but I am going to go ahead and feed the... Actually, it looks like it didn't go through for the evolution on Chandelier. There it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and add another energy onto Chandelier. We'll get the energy retrieval, get some energy cards right back. So if anything, we can Shauna next turn, and we'll be fine. Dark Corridor, 60 damage. Let's go ahead and put out the Chandelier, and it's their go. 110 damage is what they have left. They have 2 prizes left, so all they have to do is knock out our Gengar EX, and they win. But next turn, I will have another Chandelier, hopefully, if I can just draw another rare candy. And they still have a Seismitoad with 70 HP left. We've got 110 on Charizard EX, so I'm going to go ahead and start attacking the Seismitoad and try to get rid of that because it was quite a bit of trouble. They also have the Pyroar, which I'm not as worried about now that I know I can actually do some Night Attack damage to it with the Gengar EX. And we're just waiting for Junior Hunter to go ahead and go with their attack. Hopefully we can bring down the Charizard EX with us, which is why I'm going to just focus on that Seismitoad and try to get some prizes here. The Victini has 110 left. We've got the Pyroar with 110 as well, and Seismitoad with 70. So clearly the Seismitoad is who we want to go after. We've got 14 cards left in our deck. Not worried at all. We can always play the Shauna. So there it is. 60 damage to Chandelier. What do we draw? Alright, still no rare candy. Let's go ahead and Charon, and we do get that rare candy. There it is. So let's go ahead and evolve into the other Chandelier we have. There it is, and go ahead and feed the Mystery Energy to Chandelier. That gives us the free retreat cost. And let's go ahead and do the Curse Drop. Put all 6 onto the Seismitoad EX. So he's down to 10, so next turn, even if we're knocked out, we can bring out the other Chandelier and actually start attacking, knock that one out. If we bring down the Charizard with us, that's another 2 prizes if that Fainting Spell actually activates. And then we can actually go after one of the Pyroars or the Victinis at that point. If they put out another basic Pokemon, not that Charizard, but an actual regular basic Pokemon, then we can actually go after it, similar to how we did the Zubat during the last Let's Play video, which I appreciate all of you watching and the feedback on that one, especially shout out to Purple Swordfish who commented on there, and I'm sure he will in this video as well. Make sure to check out his channel if you like any of the Let's Plays. Actually, if you click on the Reasons I'm Broke right here on YouTube, you just go to Partners and Friends on the right-hand side of the channel, and you'll actually see a link to the Purple Swordfish show as well as the rest of the members here on nerdupmedia.com. He's a friend of Nerdup Media, always a supporter, and always happy to support him. So we got 10 HP left on Chandelier. Let's see what we can do. We've got 80 damage left on the Charizard. I do want to knock out the Seismitoad. I'm going to go ahead and count on the Fainting Spell to go for us this time. And if it does, that's going to be great. So let's go ahead and do a Shauna and put some more cards in our deck and buy ourselves a little bit of time. We'll get that draw 3 right back, just in case we need something next turn. And let's go ahead and do the Curse Drop for the 6. So 1 for the Seismitoad for the knockout. We've got 110, 180. We've got 80 on that one, 110. So I want to go after the EXs so I can get 2 more prizes. So let's go ahead and go after the Victini. And there it is, 2 prizes. Knocked out that Seismitoad, so no more of the no-item cards. Even though we are down to 12 cards, it's not a big deal. But if this comes through for us, it's going to be awesome. So let's see what they end up doing. They're still poisoned. They've got 70. Even with the knockout on Chandelier, we'll still be in really good shape. I'm not too happy that our Rock Guard already got used. Really like, really like to put that on Chandelier first because of that Fainting Spell. Because if it fails, they still have 60 damage at least when they knock out the Chandelier. If they put down a basic, that'll really help us if this Charizard comes down with us. Let's see what they do. Obviously, they'll go for the knockout, but all right, so 150 damage. Let's see if that Fainting Spell activates. Let's go for a Chandelier. Do we get it? Yes, we do. We bring down the Charizard with us. So that's 2 more prizes. Purple Swordfish calls it the Kamikaze Pokemon. I call it the Chandelier Kazi. That is amazing. I love Chandelier so much. One of my favorite cards, and that's exactly who we're going to bring out next. Thankfully, Chandelier is not an EX because that would have been game for us. So we're just going to keep on focusing on the Victini because that is going to be game, actually. When we attack next turn on the Victini, it's going to be 60 damage, and that is game. That is a really close match. I don't know if he's going to concede if he sees that already, or if he's going to go ahead and bring out someone else. There's the Victini. It looks like he pretty much knows that that's game, so let's go ahead and finish it up. There it is. He says good game. Curse Drop, all 6 on the Victini, and that's game. Awesome. There's the victory. Awesome first match. Thank you so much, Junior Hunter. Great start to the Let's Play today, and let's see what our bonus is. 15 coins. Sweet. Helps us out when we buy those packs. And we get 16 for winning. Awesome, done. Let's go ahead and jump right in. That was a great first match. Nerdup Media deck, we have 118 overall wins so far. I wish it would show you the loss ratio. That'd be great. And our next player is Domingo306, who looks like is playing a Dragon and Psychic type deck. Now it looks like they get the choice of whether they go first or not. And let's see who we get. We have no basics, okay. So we'll get a new hand. And now we have a Gengar, we have a Litwick, we got the Spirit Link, no energies, not a problem because we do have the Professor's Letter, which will get us at least 4 of them. I do want to put out Gengar right away because we don't have any Chandeliers, even though we do have the Rare Candy. I want to save those little guys so that they don't go down like the last match. Don't forget to subscribe, everyone, all the Brokettes out there watching. If you're enjoying these, I do try to put them out as often as I can when I'm not doing the podcast, when I'm not working. I do like to do some Let's Plays, and they do take a little bit of time to upload and edit and save and all that. But I'm always happy to do these for you guys because I do have a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys have a lot of fun watching as well. So the first Pokemon is the Skrelp. It does spit poison. Flip a coin. If heads, the active Pokemon is now poisoned, but otherwise it doesn't do much damage. It does give them the free retreat, and we've got the Night Attack we can do. So they're going to go ahead and get a brand new hand. I'm assuming they're going to try to get some more basic Pokemon, and that's exactly what they're probably going to get here. There we go. So let's see, Safeguard, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by the EXs. So very similar to that Pyroar we saw earlier, except it's all EXs, and the Pyroar was all basics. Basically the same thing. A little bit different. It's kind of like the Psychic version of it, except it's not as strong. Psychic does 10 more damage for each energy attached to the defending Pokemon, so you're kind of relying on the opponent, but still a really good card because it does buy them time, and that's exactly what they end up doing in this case. Because they know I can't attack it with the Dark Corridor. All effects of attacks, including damage. So I really don't think the Curse Drop or the Night Attack is going to do anything to it. Although it did work on Pyroar last time, I don't think it'll work on this Pokemon. So let's see, we got 4. Let's go ahead and attach the Spirit Link onto Gengar just in case. And we're going to go ahead and feed that same Gengar, and if they're not going to let us attack the active, we're going to go right after their bench. So all 3 onto their Skrelp. Maybe they're hoping to build that up, but at least we have 30 damage on him, which pretty much forces them to attack with the Sigil, let's see, how do you say it, Sigilyph, or that's basically all they have. And it looks like that is what they're going to go ahead and try to do. They're going to build that up because they know the Skrelp's going to go away next turn, unless they actually evolve it. Let's see what they're getting. They're searching for a trainer card, and they're going to put it into their hands. So let's see what they get. Still really happy with that last match. It ended up really well. Really close match. Always love when that happens. Actually, at Pokemon League today, I had a very similar match. The opponent, we ended up playing, I played almost the exact same deck. There's some different cards on here that I do want to put into the real-life deck because I found some stuff does work better on my online deck than on my physical one. But the opponent actually ended up winning with a Lysander. I would have knocked him out next turn, gotten my prize. He played Lysander and was able to actually switch out for the Gengar and get the 2 prizes. It was really good. Another good match. So today's overall has been a really good day for Pokemon matches. Okay, so let's go ahead and feed the double colorless onto Gengar, which does set him up for the Dark Corridor, which we can't do, of course, to this guy, but we are going to knock out the Skrelp, and I'm assuming that's why they brought out the Mr. Mime. Prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks. Again, I don't think that's why Night Attack overrides that, because we just put in 3 damage counters. It's not actually an effect of an attack, like does 20 damage to all of the opponent's Pokemon or anything like that. So they end up getting the Burbank City Gym, 2 more damage counters on poisoned Pokemon. So if I do end up poisoning one of their Pokemon, that's going to help them out a lot. Enhanced Hammer, there goes the double colorless energy we just put on Gengar EX. And looks like they're going to try to go for the Psychic Attack. So we're not going to put another energy because that will actually hurt us quite a bit. We put on another Gengar. Let's go ahead and get some more energies on our hand. Hopefully we'll draw a Chandelier very soon. Let's get that Versus Seeker, get that draw 3 right back so we can use that next turn. Energy on Gengar, and let's go ahead and I want to punish the Mr. Mime here. So let's do that. All 30 damage onto Mr. Mime. Down to 40. They're going to be able to attack us next turn. That's why I really want to get that Chandelier out so we can actually start doing some damage to this Pokemon. Let's see what they do. 50 damage plus 10, so it's going to do 60 to our Gengar EX. And they end up playing N, so there goes the... Okay, cool, so we got a Lampent after that new hand that they end up playing with N. Lampent is awesome, gets us a little bit closer to Chandelier, and we got another little Litwick. Crushing Hammer, oof. Do they get it? No, they don't. Awesome. Maybe they have another one they can play. A lot of substitutes that they put out. So there it is, 60 damage to Gengar, and it's our turn. We're down to 110. No problem. We do get the Rock Guard. Let's go ahead and evolve that into Lampent. I'm not going to put it right away onto the Lampent yet. Instead, I'm going to make sure that I get a Chandelier first. So let's go and do the Night Attack again. And what ended up happening here? It looks like they ended up healing their Pokemon in some way. Let's go ahead and look through the discard pile real quick while they figure out what they want to do. Let's see. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, there it is. Super Potion. Cool. So that's one less of those that they can have. So that goes to Mega Gengar Link. Professor Sycamore, they get new hands. Hypnotoxic, that's going to do 20 in between turns. We're not asleep, which is good. There's the Muscle Band, and they're going to do way more damage this time. So I think I'm going to put some pressure on them. If they do end up knocking out our Gengar EX, I will put that Rock Guard and then put out Lampent, do the 30 damage onto the Sigilyph, which will... Okay, so it looks like they have another Gengar. That's pretty cool. So 80 damage. That does knock out our Gengar. They get 2 prizes. And who do I want to put out? Let's put out the Lampent because we could always retreat for free. Let's see what we draw first. So let's do the draw 3. Let's get rid of their Burbank City Gym with our Dimension Valley. No Chandelier. That's too bad. All right. So let's put down our Gengar. Okay, so let's kind of force them to do some stuff here. So 6, the Lampent's out there. I would really still like to... Yeah, I'm not going to attack it quite yet. I'm going to save the Lampent. So let's go ahead and retreat for free. We'll put out this Gengar. It doesn't matter which one. And we're going to feed the Lampent again. Do we have any energies? We just have 1, so we're not going to do the energy retrieval. We're going to do the Night Attack and put 3 onto the Mr. Mime and try to go for the knockout. There's a Hypnotoxic again. And we are asleep, unfortunately. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of tails this time. They are down to 4 prizes. We're down to 5. So far they are winning. And they are making up some room here. They're about to put out another basic Pokemon. And that's another Skrelp. We got 32 cards left in the deck. There's got to be a Chandelier coming up very soon because we haven't drawn one yet. We've got these little Litwicks ready to go. They're ready to evolve. They just need that rare candy, especially this one here. This one's just 1 away. Let's get there. Let's get there. Alright, so 70 damage onto Gengar. Do we wake up? We do not. Okay, so that's going to do... So we're down to 90. They're probably going to get 2 more prizes after that. Still no Chandelier. Okay, we do get that Rock Guard. Let's see, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? There's not much we can do, actually. We can evolve it into Mega Gengar, which I may do just so that it's no longer poisoned, and it'll buy us a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and feed the double colorless onto this Gengar. We'll evolve it, yes, into Gengar, and that'll end our turn. So what do we have? We have 140 HP now. He's no longer poisoned. So their Hypnotoxic is sort of went for nothing, but the nice thing about this Mega Gengar is it does have 1 retreat cost, so we can always take care of that. So there's that Dragon Pokemon. The opponent's poison Pokemon cannot retreat, and their attack does 60 damage and poisons us. They end up playing end, so we get a brand new hand, and we do get the Chandelier, so that really helped us out. Crushing Hammer does not work. And I'm really happy we got the Chandelier right back. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat next turn, assuming nothing too crazy happens. We don't have the Rock Guard anymore, which is too bad. It'll show up somewhere in our deck again, but for now it's not really helping us out. Alright, so there it is. They put out the Gengar EX, which is going to do 60 damage to the Mega Gengar. We're poisoned, and they're going to switch out with someone else. So let's see who they end up going with. They go with the Robo Substitute. Alright, so let's put out that Chandelier. Let's go ahead and draw 3. We do get that Rock Guard right back onto that Chandelier. Let's put out our energy onto Mega Gengar. Let's see, what else can we do? We can't retreat during the next turn, so we're kind of stuck there. Let's go ahead and undo that last action. Versus Seeker, let's get that draw 3 right back. How many energies do we have now? Just a 1 still. Alright, so we can't retreat because of that 1 attack. And they got the Robo Substitute out there, so we're pretty much just poisoned. And that's pretty much what they're going to be doing over and over again until our Mega Gengar is knocked out. So that's really it, unfortunately. Even if we put the 1 energy on the Mega Gengar, we still wouldn't be able to attack this turn. So let's see what they end up getting with the Versus Seeker. In the meantime, we will draw the 3. I think the Gengar is going to have to go. I don't think there's anything we can do because they're going to discard this. And what do we have on here? Even with the Poison Breath, poison Pokemon can't retreat. So no matter who it is, as long as this guy's on the bench, that's basically it. We're kind of stuck there. The Mr. Mime I do want to knock out because that's another prize, and I especially want to knock out this Gengar EX because that's the one actually doing some poisoning, and I haven't seen any water energies yet. So let's see. Skyla, they're going to search. Ooh, Lysander. Probably going to go after one of our Litwicks. So there it is. They get rid of these substitutes. They put out the Gengar. They're going to knock out the Gengar EX. They get 2 prizes. So we're going to put out Chandelier and put out the big guns. Chandelier, let's go. Put out a Gengar. Draw 3. Great Ball. We get another Chandelier. All we need is a rare candy, and we'll be good to go with another one. Let's see. Still only 1 psychic energy, so I'm not going to use the energy retrieval. But I will feed one of these. Let's go ahead and do it on one of these Litwicks just to get them ready. And let's do that Curse Drop. So 1 on the Mr. Mime for the knockout, and then we're going to put the rest on Gengar because that seems to be the one that they're going to go with moving forward. So if they attack us, they take 60. If they knock us out, that Fainting Spell hopefully activates, and we have another Chandelier. We're starting to build up. We've got 2. We just need that rare candy. There's a Lysander. If they knock it out this turn, that'll be game because they have 2 prizes left. Chandelier or Lysander is such a great card. One of my favorites in the game, and I rarely use it, but just seeing how people use it is I really admire it. So we do have the Mystery Energy we can retreat next turn with. I'm not too worried as long as Gengar EX can actually withstand an attack, which it won't because they're going to poison us and we can't retreat because of the benched Pokemon. That's unfortunate. So we're pretty much stuck out of here. That's basically it. That might be game, guys. We are absolutely stuck. I don't think even the... Let's go ahead and cancel that. I don't think even the Mystery Energy is going to save us here. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but it's not going to... Yeah, it's not going to let me. All right. So... I guess I'm going to go after their bench. That's all I can do. Just all on the Dragalge. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dragalge. I don't think I can knock it out in time, to be honest. There it is, the heads. And they're going to discard an energy onto one of the Pokemon. I'm assuming it's going to be the Chandelier, because that's the one that can, I guess, potentially do something, but... Even if they do discard it on the Gengar EX, the Dimension Valley allows us to attack anyway. I wonder if I can retreat. The opponent's Pokemon can't retreat. I wonder if I can retreat with the Dark Corridor, though. I'm curious. Hypnotoxic, we're already poisoned, but they're going to try to put us to sleep, which they do end up getting. They're going to do the 60 damage onto the Gengar EX. 50 damage, I should say. So he'll be down to just a little bit. So all the discard piles go into our deck because of the trump card. It's not really going to help us out any, but for them, they can get Lysanders right back. They can get some of the other Pokemon that they haven't gotten yet or that might have been discarded that we may have knocked out. But I think Domingo 306 definitely has this match. 70 damage onto Gengar. We're down to 10, and in between turns, doesn't matter if we're awake because that will be... Oh, that's still not the poisoning. Okay. It really doesn't matter here, guys, because still can't do the regular attack, even with the night attack on it. That's game because of the poisoning. All right, so good job, Domingo 306. That was one of the first times I've seen a deck used like that. So really well match there. So we got a couple of coins, and I think we have time for one more. So let's go ahead and jump right in, and then we'll open up some packs right afterward. So if anything, we're getting some coins so we can open up some stuff later on. This would be a Dark, which is already at disadvantage, Fire, and we are playing, looks like Charagar Chomp. We choose Tails. Yes, we'll go first. No basics on both ends, and we do get one this time. So we'll put out Gengar. We've got Litwick, Letters, and hopefully they don't start out right away with a Darkrai or something crazy like that. Although I've seen some really good Dark decks, so let's see what happens. Alright, there's the Litwick. We'll put him down next. And it's our turn. So Professor's Letter. We'll get some energy cards. There's the draw 3. We do get the Chandelier. We just need a rare candy, so let's put out the Tierno. Cool. I did not mean to put this guy out. That's too bad. Alright, so once you're your turn, flip any coins from an attack. You may ignore effects of those coins and begin flipping those coins again. So move all energies to this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Does 30 damage. So we do have a little bit of time, a little bit to play around with on these guys. So I'm going to put it on Litwick, and that'll end our turn since we can't attack this turn. Hopefully that mistake doesn't bite us in the ass too much. Hopefully I can get that rare candy right out there, or at least the Lamp Pen, something that'll buy us some time, because I don't want this Litwick knocked out right away. Okay, so they put out the Gengar anyway. So that's one less Lysander that they have. Maybe they thought I had a rare candy already, or something coming up, which I guess I sort of do. And that's our turn. Let's go ahead and get another Professor's Letter. 2 more energy cards. And the draw 3. Another Litwick. Let's get that draw 3 right back. Hopefully we'll draw something else later on. Don't want to use a special energy on Gengar, so we're going to put a regular one. Don't want to put down that Rock Guard quite yet, so let's do the Night Attack. All 30 onto the Victini, so they're down to 30 damage already. I'm assuming they're going to have another basic coming up soon. If not, we will knock it out next turn, and it will have been a shorter match. And even with the double colorless I have here... Okay, so there's the Burbank City Gym. So that will put 2 damage counters on poison Pokemon. That sort of does help us out if we can pull off that Dark Corridor next turn. There's the Yveltal EX. And the Muscle Band on there. So that's going to be super effective against our Gengar. And so there goes our Chandelier, unfortunately, and the rest of our draw 3s and our energies. We're back up to 39 cards in our deck. Now they have an Aggron EX, so they very quickly got some basic Pokemon. And there's the Yveltal right back out there with the Muscle Band, and there's the energy card. And they won't be able to attack this turn, but we do have that double colorless right back. So let's go ahead. Do we want a Lampent, or do we want a Chandelier? Let's go ahead and go with the... let's go with Chandelier and see if we can do anything with that. Put the Gengar Spirit Link. Let's do the Professor's Letter. Get 2 more cards. And let's go ahead and poison this guy. So do the Dark Corridor, the 60 damage, and they're poisoned in between turns times 2, so they're down to 80. Hopefully it's not too much of a threat. I know they might have another Lysander out there, and they may be able to knock out our Gengar EX with 1 turn, but at least they're poisoned, so they either have to retreat if they don't want that guy knocked out, or they'll have to actually leave him out there, and hopefully we can knock it out. Either way, the Gengar will be out there for another 60 damage next turn, and we'll be able to get rid of the Yveltal, and then we can start going after the Victini to end up conceding the match. I really wanted to see how this one played out. But like I told you guys, we would have done the knockout on Yveltal. That would have been 2 prizes. Another knockout on the Victini with a 3 on the Night Attack. And that would have been 1 more. So I'm assuming they didn't think they could build up the Aggron in time. So we do get a lot of coins and a lot of another win under our belt. So let's go ahead and open up some Pokemon packs to celebrate. Let's go to our collection. As always, I got some Plasma Storm packs so that I can try to get that secret rare candy. Very hard to get. Last time I got that Blasters, which was awesome, but let's give it a shot. Alright, what do we get? Let's see, we got a new one, which is the Magneton, Wishmer, the Purloin Doduo, and alright, the Dowsing Machine. That is an Ace Spec card. You can only have one of those in your deck at a time, so that is a hard one to get. Number 128 out of 135. Discard 2 cards from your hand and put a trainer card from your discard pile into your hand. That's pretty cool. So let's go and open up another one. See if we get any rares this time. Oh, we do get one. So we got the Cherubi, the Panseer, Magnemite, the Lucario, a lot of people's favorite Pokemon right there, and another Lucario. Very cool. So the dual armor, if this Pokemon has any steel energies attached to it, this is both a fighting and steel type. That's pretty awesome, so it can help out, especially if you're fighting up against different types of decks out there. That'll be a potential other weakness to someone that you may be playing. Hurricane Kick does 60 plus 30 damage for each prize card that your opponent has taken. So that's pretty awesome. Those were the packs. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's session. We had 2 wins, 1 loss. The first game, which I think was my favorite one, it was really close. Even if you lose, the close matches are always a lot of fun. So thank you all. I want to remind everyone to don't forget to subscribe. You just click on the Reasons I'm Broke logo at the top right-hand corner of the screen. And don't forget to check out the podcast here on YouTube as well as on nerdupmedia.com. My wife and I, we talk about comics, movies, TV, video games, and more every single week. I think you guys will enjoy that as well if you enjoyed the Let's Play. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.